2019 is winding down. The last year of the current console generation is about to begin. Before we dive into 2020, let's take a look back at the gaming news stories that really resonated with you this year.
We've rounded up the 10 biggest news stories that hit IGN.com based on traffic. Let's count them down, starting with
Number 10, Pokemon Sword and Shield for Nintendo Switch was confirmed, along with world details. The 10th most popular story of the year on IGN.com involved one of gaming's biggest franchises. The Nintendo Switch is a hybrid console, and Nintendo obviously can't have a handheld system of theirs go without a proper Pokemon. Pokemon Sword and Shield was formally announced this year, and it introduced a new region, new starters, and new battling mechanics. Sword and Shield arrived this past November, and in just a week moved more than 6 million copies between the two versions. If you count it as one single game, it's the fastest selling Switch game so far.
Not too bad. Number 9, the Xbox Series X's actual name, previously Project Scarlet, was officially revealed, as well as a first look at the console.
I remember when that happened.
So long ago.
Seems just like yesterday.
Damon, that's because it was at the time of this recording. At this year's Game Awards show, Microsoft dropped a teaser for its next-gen console, formerly known as Project Scarlet. Not only did it show off what could be the actual design of the console, but it also announced the name, the Xbox Series X. And right after the name reveal, Ninja Theory dropped a surprise trailer for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. They switched up the name on us. Speaking with GameSpot, Xbox head Phil Spencer said the upcoming sequel was designed to take advantage of the new system's power. The Hellblade 2 trailer was captured entirely in-game using a Series X console, and it looks, really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Theory is definitely putting all those teraflops to work.
Those tears be flopping. Number 8, new patent reveals PlayStation 5 controller design. November marks the 6th birthday of the PlayStation 4, and if past console cycles tell us anything, it is entering the twilight years of its life. That means a brand new PlayStation is just around the corner, and with that comes the leaks. A patent from the Japanese Patent Office shows what appears to be the PlayStation 5's controller. It looks a lot like the DualShock 4, but slightly thicker, sports a USB-C port, and no light bar. But it looks like it still has that center touchpad that developers don't really know what to do with. I'm sure we'll hear more about it from the folks at Sony in the new year.
I actually have one at my desk. I can show you after the video.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Anyway, number 7 is Google Stadia Streaming's platform launch, game, and feature details were revealed. One of the biggest stories of the year came from Google. At the 2019 Game Developers Conference, Google revealed Stadia, a game streaming service that allows us to play games on our phones, smart TVs, laptops, or desktops in up to 4K resolution, in theory. The whole thing seemed awfully ambitious. You could, again, in theory, play Red Dead Redemption 2 on your phone with console quality graphics. The whole game. Anyway, Stadia launched in November, and it wasn't quite what was advertised. Some Founders Edition owners didn't get codes on time, and the games were plagued with horrible lag. We're looking forward to how Stadia will improve in 2020.
I got the Founders Edition, and I haven't even set it up yet. Aww. Number 6, check out the Pokemon Sword and Shield starter evolutions was the headline you guys clicked on. You guys just couldn't get enough Pokemon Sword and Shield this year. Our 6th biggest news story of the year focused on the evolutions of the game's starter Pokemon. You already knew what the starter Pokemon were, but what were their final forms? And here's where I have to say a bunch of Pokemon names.
Yay, I'm excited.
Grookey evolves into Thwackey, and then at level 35 evolves into Rillaboom. Nice. Scorbunny evolves into Raboot, who in turn evolves into Cinderace, and Sobble turns into Drizzle, and finally into Inteleon. I feel like I nailed that.
You did pretty well. Who did you choose as your starter?
I'm more of a Thwackey guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that was an evolution, Damon. I caught you.
I started there.
How did you? Anyway, number 5 was Marvel's Avengers will feature hero customization, single, and multiplayer, which is a good thing it has both. Square Enix's Avengers game was one of the most secretive projects of the last few years. A very ominous teaser trailer was dropped back in 2017, and there was nothing but silence from Square Enix and Marvel up until E3 this year. Then, in a blurb for the game's E3 Coliseum panel, a few choice details were dropped. The game would feature both single and multiplayer options, as well as hero customization. The leak would eventually confirm that the game would weave between solo and co-op play, very similar to how the Destiny games handle their campaign mode. We would also eventually learn that while you can't create your own hero from scratch, you can customize the existing Avengers skills, gear, and cosmetics.
Number 4 was PlayStation 5 gets a holiday 2020 release, and some new hardware details were revealed. In October, Sony officially named its next-gen console the PlayStation 5. Surprise, surprise.
Wow.
They also gave it a release window of holiday 2020. As for controller details, Sony announced haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and USB-C charging.
All of those things, I definitely know what they are. Anyway, number 3 was GameStop store redesign leaked. I guess you guys still love your local GameStop because a video posted to Facebook showed a GameStop location in Pryor, Oklahoma sporting a brand new look. Apparently, not all GameStops will look the same. Some will feature an area dedicated to in-store gaming events like esports tournaments and the like, and some might have a retro gaming focus. All will have a more streamlined layout and touchscreen kiosks where you can make your purchases so you never have to speak to a human again.
Finally. Number 2 was Sony reveals PlayStation 5 details. PlayStation 5 controller details, not enough for you. The second biggest story of the year detailed the PS5's specs. PlayStation's Mark Cerny confirmed the next-gen console would feature an 8-core, 16-thread AMD CPU based on the Zen 2 architecture. As for the graphics, it'll have a custom GPU based on AMD's Radeon GPU family. The console will support 8K resolution for games, feature a 4K Blu-ray player built in, allow for ray tracing, 3D audio, and PS4 backward compatibility. That's great because I've got a ton of PS4 games just piling up that I'll definitely get to someday.
That's nice. I immediately throw all my games out when I get a new console. Anyway, the biggest story of the year based on traffic that all of you read at home was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC roster reportedly leaked. This is a fun one.
But was it though?
Was it? This was one of the first news stories to hit IGN in 2019, publishing all the way back on January 4th, which feels like way more than a year ago.
Yeah.
We were so young, so innocent. Yeah. Anyway, it set off hundreds of comments on our site, but the rumor ultimately proved to be inaccurate.
Suckers.
The leak stated that Erdrick from Dragon Quest, Ryo from Ninja Gaiden, and Steve from Minecraft, as well as Doom Guy from Doom, were all preparing to do battle with Mario and crew. All except for Erdrick have been proven false. We know now that the Piranha Plant from every Mario game ever, Joker from Persona 5, the aforementioned Erdrick from Dragon Quest, I'll get it right someday, Banjo and Kazooie, apparently on loan from Microsoft, and Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury have joined the massive Smash Bros. Roster. There's still a 6th DLC fighter to be announced, and Nintendo also confirmed that we can expect more fighters in the future. Maybe we'll get Doom Guy after all.
Oof, that was a lot.
boy.
Those were the top news stories of the year based on traffic from IGN.com. What story grabbed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Have a happy holidays, and we will see you in the new year on the next IGN Now.